Hey guys! So I don't have cool LED lighting today. It's kind of in repair. Anyways, just wanted to go over what's new for patch 5.1.0. This is something you have to download from the App Store. It doesn't give you kind of the automated in-game update, so you're gonna have to go to the App Store and download it. You'll know if you have the right version once you're in your game and it says patch version 5.1.0. And Reginn is actually in the sequence now, so you'll see how the heroes go by and Reginn is there, so you'll know if you're on the right version. So I want to go over what's new in this patch, some of the cool things that you may or may not know, especially the weapon refines, but we're going to start today with kind of the new heroes. So this is the big one right now, and you can see that there are some new heroes here, and they look good for the most part. So who are they? They're from Tracia 776, game with Leaf. It never really came out in America, so and I doubt you can get a copy anymore, especially digitally, maybe through emulation. But we have asbel here, and he has a unique tome, and it looks pretty cool. And we'll go over their skills in a second. Village of Ease, and it's Ronin. He's a blue bow unit. It's very competitive. Blue bow has legendary Lucina, or brave Lucina I should say, so I don't know about that. I'm sorry, it is legendary Lucina. The brave one is the lance one. So you have Ronin here, Willful Princess, and
I am
Miranda. So Mass Effect comes to mind. But anyways, Miranda here, she just has a serpent tome, which is okay, but it's not great. Her new thing is that seal attack resist, so definitely there's been a lot of mage enhancements lately, especially with legendary Lilina. So attack resist is actually going to be good for the seal skill. And this is the one where everyone is excited about. It's Sara, and she's most exciting because she has a new staff. It's new, unique. It's a Kia staff, and it basically negates penalties and boost penalties. But we'll go over who they are. New story chapters, definitely some new orbs for you guys, and we'll just go over who they are first, and I'll visit the weapon skills. But if you go to the official website, fireemblemheroes.com here, and we're going to go into each of them. So I'm going to open asbel, Ronin, Miranda, and Sara. And Vale is actually someone you're going to get free. So asbel, he looks really good. He has a wind type tome here. It's kind of very similar to Merrick's actually. So he's from the city. He does meet Prince Leaf here as a young child, which is pretty cool. And then Ced, we already have him in the game, so Ced mentors him, and then he continues to fight at Leaf's side. That's basically all it is. The next one here is we have Ronin. I like the eyes in this art. It's very kind of like dead fish eyes, but serious too, so there's a little hint of crazy. And then in this art, there's definitely that mischievous look, so I like that. I like the bow. And I like the color scheme. This is kind of the ideal ranger color scheme, the brown, the greens. And the bow is pretty classy too. It looks kind of metal, but it has kind of that leather wrap look, giving it a very rural look. Of course, he's a hunter here, and he didn't like sitting around while his village was being raided by pirates. So he wants to do something about it, right? So he remains with the free blades. That's basically his story. Hopefully we get more free blades so we can see how many of them there are. Now her, Willful Princess Miranda, it's kind of like every Fire Emblem game. You have the main princess, and then you have kind of another princess. She does enjoy a relationship with Leaf, but not the main relationship here. Of course, the alternative princess is always prideful. So that's kind of the niche she feels in this game. And then we have Sara. And we're going to go over Sara's weapon skill. We're going to go back to the video and go over Sara's weapon skill, because it's actually very, very impressive here. Of course, she's kind of like the cleric character, and she eventually meets Leaf and travels with him, right? And she has that moody and aloof feel that is in most characters, so that's kind of cool. But we're going to take a look here, and I'm going to take a look at the Kia staff. Kia staff is new, it's unique, it's 5 stars only, her pool, and if penalty is active on any ally within 4 spaces. Now you gotta remember, 4 spaces is a lot, especially on a small game like Fire Emblem Heroes. 4 spaces is huge. So if you're looking at 4 spaces, you know that she's gonna basically enhance all of her allies, right? Especially if she's toward the middle of the map, that's kind of like everyone. Okay, so if there's any penalty on any of your allies, it grants them +6 attack and +6 speed, which is crazy. If there's no penalties, then the person with the lowest HP gets the bonus. And you need to understand that most glass cannon mages, like Lysithea in both of her forms, they have low HP. So this is only going to make them stronger. So at the start of turn, there's no penalty on anyone, and Lysithea is just going to be super strong. Return. This is a new healing skill. Restores 50% of units attack, -8 HP, to target ally, and target ally moves an opposite side of unit. So this is a combination of a heal spell, restore -8 HP, as well as reposition. So it's very interesting because you can move somebody to safety and you can also heal them. And some units in the game have a skill where if any sort of movement B skill is used, I'm sorry, not B, it's the green skill, any sort of assist skill, movement assist skill is used, then that unit gets a buff. So there's some units that she's going to automatically work very, very well with. So there's that. And Dazzling Staff 3. This is a rare staff skill in itself, this B skill. I know you can level up your weapons to make sure that they enemies can't counterattack or they do real damage, but in a B skill, this is going to be unique for those mages or those healers rather that have kind of the unique staff. So watch out for her. She's kind of the most desirable one this pool, and I would definitely pick Sara. Now some other cool things that comes with 5.1.0 is the weapon refine. So you have Lewin here, and he has Forsetti. His new refine is actually going to buff the effects of Forsetti. So let me explain why. So right now, if he has more than 25% HP, that can be easily done by healer, by restore, whatever. He gets 4 attack and speed. But now, if he's at greater than 75%, he gets the 4 attack and speed. And what's great about this is altogether that's +8 to attack and speed, and it neutralizes penalty to attack and speed. So some of those champions have the chill skill where they target the unit with the highest speed and attack. That will negate it. So basically, Lewin here is like, I'm fast, I'm gonna remain fast. If you keep me topped off, I'm super fast, and no one can really damage me in the attack or speed, right? Since he has low defense, kind of, I would also run kind of life and death on him. He currently has Swift Sparrow, which is good. I don't know if it's Swift Sparrow 4, but if not, then life and death will give you the better kind of bonus. Okay, and now the buff to Jenny, who's kind of one of my favorite healers, and it's been a long time since I got her, so she definitely needed this. So Springtime Staff, foe cannot counterattack. So we're talking about that B skill earlier, now it's built in. And after combat, units inflicted gravity. Now gravity is very, very underutilized in combat, especially arena and ether raids, but it's kind of useful because if you use the staff on them, they can't counterattack and they can also stay locked in place. Now the cool thing is if she initiates an attack, allies within 2 spaces get +5 attack and +5 resist during combat, right? It's either or. So she can either initiate the attack and the allies will get it, or she's within 2 spaces of the allies, she gets the 5 attack and resist. And her resist is actually really high already. Her base resist, so she's good for anti-mages, especially when she's attacking. She doesn't take any back damage. And she also restores plus 7 HP to units and allies within 2 spaces. It's kind of a combination of gravity, absorb almost, and you get the bonus. So it's kind of a win-win refined for her. Arden's Blade. Now this is important because this is actually a unit that you can get with your heroic grails. So it's a free unit, basically, free to play friendly unit. And his original sword's already very strong because it allows him to attack twice, has high defense, so that bonfire is really gonna do a chunk of damage. And since you're attacking twice, your special cooldown goes down twice. But now, if you keep him top off, if he's above 50% HP, he gets the +4 to attack and 6 to defense during combat, and his special goes down further. So if you just keep letting Arden attack, he's gonna proc that bonfire, especially with the steady blow there. I'm sure you can replace it with something better, but it's gonna hurt like hell because it's strong as defense, right? Unless you're using kind of a breaker skill, an armor breaker skill, or magic, because he has like no resistance, no speed, easy to get doubled. He's gonna be a good attack-based unit. All right, Hinoka. Now I'm very glad that she's getting a refined. It's called Warrior Princess because her original weapon's already strong against armor. It's very useful, and her being a flyer, she can just fly to the armor units directly. Now in her original weapon here, +4 attack and speed to allies within 2 spaces during combat. If unit is within 2 spaces of allies, she also gets that, so that's good. Now it also inflicts -4 to the vital stats here: attack, speed, and defense. So when she's attacking, she's getting +4 and the enemy's getting -4, which means in total there's a shift of 8 there. And minus defense too, so which is fantastic. So her refined, it's kind of okay. I think they couldn't do too much more than this because really the effective against armor is already very strong. So all in all, I'm gonna say that this one he's all in, kind of all attack speed phase. Ginny is definitely the most tactical refine that we're gonna get. I think it's great, both the gravity effect as well as kind of the restore 7 units effect. If you couple this with there's another one, Breath of Life, you can heal by 14, right? So definitely think about that. And Arden is the attack phase. The only thing is he's slow. Just keep in mind armor units move 1 unless there's armor march, right? And that means you would need another armor there. So just keep that in mind. Now I want to talk about some of the new units that you're going to see. So Fáfnir is in this patch. This is his attack animation, and since they all kind of use a mech, looks ominous, right? I think it's with his color scheme, the gold, black, and purple. His armor is black and gold, and it does uses a shield too. But this one's kind of a more refined shield in the sense that it's wood behind. It's probably wood in front too, and it's structurally kept together by the gold edges. I do like this lance/sword. I'm not sure why the handle is kind of here with the handle guard and he's holding it behind the handle. Don't understand that. I think if you were to draw it, I know it's kind of like a jousting sword, but maybe he's holding it there to joust, and then he switches over to the sword portion once he gets closer. It's only speculation, right? But still, this drawing's kind of weird. And then there's actually a secret character here. This was data mined. So remember, we're in this world where we think people can be revived, and Leaf is taking us there. I'm not talking about Leaf from Thracia. I'm talking about Leaf from Heroes, the dark evil alphonse. and it's where they can revive people. So maybe many people are speculating this could be the revived version of Sharena. She does have kind of that style going on. She has the Sharena face and the hair, the eyes maybe. So let's see if this is Sharena, and she was brought back to life somehow by the mechs, right? Because maybe that's what Leaf is looking for. Alright guys, so that's everything that's in 5.1.0. Hopefully you guys get to check it out, play some of the story chapters. I'll do a review of the story chapters at another time. And if you like more content like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks guys, bye.